citadel stands guard over the harbour of Alexandria. Beneath it, Dr. Jean-Yves Empereur of the Centre d'études alexandrines has discovered what may be remnants of the long-lost Pharos lighthouse.
The site of Caibe is a mixed site of architectural pieces belonging to the lighthouse itself. We could, for instance, reconstruct a very huge door, more than 12 or up to 13 meters from the lintel to the soil, with very nice jambs and lintel of granite from Aswan. We have some colossal statues which stood in this place because we have found them parallels one to the other just in front of their bases. So they are very big statues of the kings, Ptolemies and their queens, which were standing during antiquity at the foot of the lighthouse.
Ptolemy I founded his dynasty after the death of Alexander the Great. The Ptolemies ruled an empire stretching from Europe to Asia that would last 300 years. From their capital in Alexandria, they encouraged the spread of Greek culture by luring the best and brightest to the city. One who came especially to work on the lighthouse was the Greek engineer Crates, the uncle of Agnodike. His niece followed him here from Athens, a long and difficult journey for a young woman. She may not have told him her real reason for coming, that she came to fulfill a secret ambition. But to do so, Agnodike had to enter dangerous, uncharted waters. Today, much of ancient Alexandria is submerged, destroyed by a series of earthquakes in the 14th century. Nelson Island is an old military outpost in Abu Qir Bay. Archaeologist Paolo Gallo from the University of Turin was the first scientist permitted to explore this barren outcrop. He's already excavated several levels dating back to the origins of the city. So far, he's not been disappointed.
The most striking feature of what we found, it is that we found the only levels which are intact belonging to this period. I mean, in Alexandria itself, it is very difficult to find periods of the first Ptolemaic age in which all the things are still in situ. So there we found all the pottery and all the things that were abandoned at once.
The island appears to have been abandoned shortly after Alexandria was founded. Since then, it's been uninhabited. Just below ground level, Gallo's team uncovered the foundations of a large building. Was it a lighthouse, a temple, or, like the present structure, a military installation? Quite by accident, the team stumbled across the entrance to an underground cave just below the cliff. In the 17th century, 1300 years after the ancient Alexandrians, sailors, and possibly pirates, found shelter here.
1658, and this is his portrait.
The team also found the bodies of British seamen who died fighting Napoleon.
With the barbiche and
Admiral Horatio Nelson kept a base on the island. But long before Nelson, the soldiers of Alexander the Great left their own mark on the island.
We discovered houses belonging to soldiers of this period, and for sure there was a military garrison there. We found big bowls of catapults in the houses.
The island was strategically well positioned, directly across from Canopus, Egypt's leading Mediterranean port, until Alexandria was built. From here, Alexander's army could keep an eye on both Canopus and the burgeoning new metropolis that would one day become second only to Rome in its influence.
This military garrison was occupied only during a short period, during about almost between 30 and 40 years, no more. So after this was completely abandoned.